Got my SP-404 back. Today I'm going to take the sample that I had, going to do some work with it. We're going to do some editing inside the 404. We might use a couple of the new features. You know, it's got the new feature where we can merge the pads. We might check that out. You know, slowly get back into the roll of things and with the new updates. What's going on, guys? It's your brother O.T.G. The O.T.G's for Overtime Grind. Hardly seen, but I'm always around. And today I got the Roland SP-404MKII and the Akai MPC-1 with MPC-3 beta standalone. So what I did is I sampled something from the MPC-1. Essentially, I have the out to the MPC-1 and to the inputs of the Roland SP-404. I have my EXT source highlighted so that way we can have the sound passing through. Right now I'm going through and messing around with the samples, messing around with the start points, going around and just seeing what parts fade together. I like utilizing this combination of the Roland SP-404 and the MPC, you know, specifically with the MPC going into the SP-404 because it gives you the ability to sample the MPC. And with that, you know, what I'm going to do is that makes it a perfect place for sound design because now we can merge the pads and do some things with the new update. Right now I'm tapping in, I'm coming up with the sample, the arrangement of the sample. I tapped it in, you know, so you can see the BPM is 89. I like to do that beforehand. Same old workflow when I set up my patterns. I utilize the TR rec mode or the step sequencer as a way to get started. Right now, we're going to go grab some drums. We're just going to go select a refill and type in kick. You know, make sure we highlight the wave selection part. And then from this screen, we don't even have to load the drum kit up if we don't want to, because what we could do is just kind of scroll through and then press the play button, you know, and that way we could record it in. Let's record a couple of those kicks in. We got our first one. Let's go ahead and grab another one. On the SP, I have it set up as it's waiting for the sound to come through. So once we create the sound, that's what sets up the record. You can highlight that by changing your count in, which is Shift Pad 10. And so we got 3 kicks right there. What we're going to do is press Shift and resample, and then we can merge those 3 kicks into 1 kick. You know, then you have to select your pad, press your rotary knob again, and it'll mix it down. And now we have all 3 kicks put together. Go ahead and get our volume right. And you know, we can always delete those other kicks if we don't want them, or we can use them and pan them, or utilize them, change the pitch, and build with those again. You know, so now let's go search a rim. Let's build a drum kit. I'm going to go ahead and delete those. All right. And now I'm going to build up my drum kit and utilize those drums to create something on the SP. You know, you make sure you turn your gate off on your samples. Now we're going to find a hi-hat. We'll select the pad and just press play to audition it. So we got our hat. Now let's go ahead and probably find another one. Let's go ahead and find a snare now, you know. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Make sure you check out the masterclass. All masterclasses are being updated. Bunch of new stuff coming on the way. All kinds of new gear. I might make a masterclass for the MPC and the SP together. But go ahead, check it out. All kinds of sounds. The cheat sheet is available. I'll be updating the cheat sheet with all the button combinations, projects, you know, all kinds of things. I'll put the link down in the description. That's how you can support this channel. It's just going and copping something from the store, or at least liking, sharing, commenting, all of that good stuff. Now I'm looking for a snare roll. Cool thing with the search feature on the MPC is you could just type in what you're searching and then go expansion to expansion to expansion. And that's a different way to find different sounds that you might not regularly use, you know. All right, now that we got our kit built, let's go ahead, listen to everything, turn the gate off on our samples. Let's build up our pattern. You press remain, then you go to TR rec mode. And now you can just really build out your drums really quickly. The cool thing with TR rec mode is that you still are able to, you don't really have to worry about velocity. I mean, you do and you don't, but if you want to overall change the volume, you could just change the volume from play mode and it will still affect everything in TR rec mode. Now, in TR rec mode, now you can't change the pitch, just for those who don't know. You can't change the pitch. Can't change pitch of the notes that you put down in TR rec mode. You would have to change the pitch in TR rec mode and then put the place the notes again. You can see right there, I had it in a 3-bar loop. So what I'm going to do is crop it down to 2 bars and then double it out to 4 bars. And now that we got that, you know, we got a good loop going. That's in pattern select. So now we go back, we hit shift and record will take us to RTR rec. You know, you change your rotary knob to access the different bars, so it's 4 bars. On that last bar, we could put a little variation for the snare. Let's go ahead and add some hi-hats. We're just gonna make them straight. All right, so now we got a hi-hat pattern. Turn that metronome off now. That's shift pad 9. We can go in there now and turn the volume down. That's the volume of the snare. And now we could try our sample that we did. Remember, we had tapped the tempo, so we had it set to 89 BPM. So it should play in pretty easy. You can see that the SP-404 thinks it's 90 BPM. It's off just 1. But with this sample, I played it in a way that I didn't have to turn the gate off. That way, I have the gate still on. It's playing as long as I press the pad. And this way, I don't have to turn on the mute groups. And so we're going to record it in the traditional way right now. Alright, that's what we came up with when we first were playing it before we got our drums together. Now what I'm going to do is probably copy this pattern and turn this pattern into a couple patterns. So that way we can create a couple variations. So we're going to just copy it straight out, no stems. Now that we switched it over, we're going to go to TR-Rec mode of that pattern. We're going to select the kick. It's super important just to get your time in. You know, I think that it's important to hop on all your drum machines and just try to make some beats straight out on them. You get familiar with the process. So we're going to go through now. Actually, I'm going to leave those hi-hats, and I'm going to, let's go ahead and make a kick variation. This is bar 2, bar 3, bar 4, now that we got that together, what we're going to do is go in, press remain. We're going to select the kick, no snare and no hi-hat, and then we're going to collect our sample, select our sample. We're going to press remain again, then we're going to select the pad to copy it to, and now we're going to have a pattern with no hi-hats and no snare. So this could be like an intro pattern. And I might add a lot more. The thought process behind this is to get a loop started, get the idea started, and then go ahead and throw it in pattern mode and start to get it lined out. And then that way, once we got a minute, 2 minutes lined out right here, pattern chain it, we can go through and we can mess around with the arrangement. We could go back in to the patterns and build them up, and everything will reflect in the pattern chain. So this is a quick way, in under 20 minutes, you could go from sample to beat if you have something to sample. Get your drums together, get your sample together, tap out your tempo, utilize the step sequencer to get drums started quickly, copy and paste and then deduce, throw it in pattern chain. Now you could play with your effects if that's what you want to do. Or you could sit back and let it play. You can listen to how it's going to sound, listen to the arrangement. Might spark ideas for you to create other beats. A bunch of different things. So hopefully you got some value from this video. You learned something. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Make sure you check out the masterclass. Everything right now to the end of the year is $5. Then it goes up to 10 and so on and so forth. There's different tiers. There's sample packs, over 4 hours of tutorials for the SP specifically. There's a cheat sheet. There's MPC1 videos, Ableton videos, all kinds of things, all collected in one place for you to download, keep, and have access to forever. So again, thanks for checking out this video. If you stayed this long, you're 100. Follow me on all social media at 365 O.T.G. Roland SP-404MKII, MPC1, sampling. We out.